What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Shit.
You know what I was thinking about today?
What's up?
Women being able to hit men and men not being able to do anything about it.
Shit, man. That's a struggle that we have to live with for real. Or can we change that shit?
I feel like we should be able to change it.
How so?
Hit them back.
Hit them back.
Yes.
But, like, what's the situation, though? Like, give me an example.
Let's say I'm at a store or something, and,
Yeah.
you know, I accidentally cut in front of a lady because she's looking at something in the aisle. You know how the lines be all long? And she, you know, get to cussing me out or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I apologize for that. I'm going to just go behind you. And she just kept pestering, nicking at me, right? And then I'm like, all right, lady, can you chill? And she just like, nah, you chill or something like that. And then she just pushes me or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to walk away because I ain't got time for that. And she just hit me again. I now have the right to slap this lady. I feel as though I'm walking away. I walked away twice. I tried to walk away twice. I told the lady, I gave her some warnings. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, for me, like, say I'm in the same situation.
Okay.
And the build-up, I'll be like, miss, my bad. I didn't mean to cut in front of you. I don't like saying I'm sorry. Because I don't like regretting shit that I did. But I'd say my bad. You know, it's my fault. And if she keep, like, pestering me and, like, pushing on me and shit like that, I'd try to diffuse the situation by, like, either subduing. So, like, I, like, hold her hands and be like, yo, miss, like, don't hit me, bruh. But, like, say after you hold a girl hands, you know what the next thing is, right?
He hit me.
No.
What?
To kick you.
Oh, yeah.
They always try to kick you after you, like, you just try to protect yourself. And they're like, nah, they're going to try and kick you. They're trying to wiggle out of it. If she kick me, you know, I'm going to still be like, all right. I'm going to let go of her. I'll be like, yo, leave me alone, bruh. After I let go of you and I'm like, leave me alone, if you hit me again, then I'm gonna have to defend myself.
Man, you got a longer fuse than I do.
I mean,
am I abusive?
Nah, it's not that you're abusive. Like, at the end of the day, like I always tell people, I believe in equality. But at the same time, I feel like if I'm way stronger than a person, or I feel like I'm way stronger than a person, I'm gonna hold myself back for as long as I can. You know, we both share something. Like, we grew up, we had anger issues and shit like that. I feel like we've matured as people, so we can, you know, control it better.
Right.
But at the same time, everybody has a breaking point. You feel me?
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna just sit there and let this woman keep beating on me.
Exactly.
But then, when I also think about, like, a woman hitting on a man, let's say it's romantic.
Okay.
And the girl's beating on the dude, right? If a guy just sits
You mean
there,
like if they in a relationship?
Yeah, we in a relationship.
Okay.
If the girl's beating on me and I hit her back, she could be like, oh, he's abusive.
No, she's abusive.
Yeah, she's abusive, but to the outside eye,
they think
she's a girl, so I shouldn't be hitting her. You feel me?
Well,
that's what most people would say.
Why do we as people, as a society, or even as men, feel as though we have to restrain ourselves the most? Is it just because
It's because
we're
of genetics. Like, we're bigger, we're built stronger.
Okay.
I'm not saying like we're better because of it.
So I personally believe, and this is how I was taught. If a woman's bold enough to hit you like a man, you can hit her like a man.
Yeah, that's how I was taught too. But then I got to think about, like, the society we live in. Because, like, say in the same situation with a girl, like, I'm dating this girl and she hit me. If I report her, then when niggas hear about it, they're
they're gonna think,
you a bitch. You gonna let a girl beat up on you? So it's like, what do I do in those certain situations where I can keep my manhood, but at the same time I can stop this girl from abusing me?
You leave. But let's say you do love this person.
Yeah,
y'all in a relationship.
Yeah. It's hard to just make the decision that's like to better for yourself. And it goes both ways. It goes for men and women. Like, when women get abused, the reason they don't leave
all they see is
because of fear and the good parts of the relationship. They don't see the bad parts for the most part.
Y'all don't see him when he's alone with me.
Yeah. It's like, when he's alone with me, he loves me. It's just when I mess up, then they start blaming themselves. So I guess it's the same thing for a guy who getting beat up on. He's like, bro, I really love this girl. This girl has been there for me, you know. I've been with this girl for like years. We love each other. But it's just when she gets angry with me, she can't control herself. You feel me?
Right.
But at the same time, why can't she control herself? Like, we have to control ourselves. That's why, like, if I get into an argument with my girl, or like I'm arguing with somebody who I really love or whatever, and I know it's getting to that point where she's like, she just keep pushing.
Right.
You know, I try to like
walk away.
Yeah, you walk away. You try and get, but you gotta let. One thing that girls do that really annoys the hell out of me. You're trying to walk away,
and they just
step in front of the door.
Or they try to touch you because they getting upset, or they see you're getting upset.
Yeah, so they think like, all right, I can calm him down by doing this.
No, you already pushed me to that point. Just like you're getting upset, I'm getting upset.
Exactly.
And sometimes the way I cope, I can only take so much before I gotta go.
Yeah,
I gotta leave, or I'm gonna regret some shit.
Yeah, and I don't like being pushed to the limit where I feel like I'm gonna do something that I'm gonna regret,
and then they think, "Oh, you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me? Really?"
Yeah, then
it turns back on me like we the villain.
Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to avoid this situation. Yes. So how am I the villain in this situation? By trying to avoid it, where I can go calm down, collect my thoughts, come back to you as a man, and speak to you, and we can be adults about it.
We as men in this society aren't allowed to show no type of emotion and be able to walk. We're supposed to just sit there like a rock and take bit
all
of
the abuse,
emotion that they're throwing at us.
Especially like when you mess up,
yes.
like as a man, and they just keep throwing it back in your face over and over
this to me.
And over and over.
I apologize for it time and time again.
I apologize for it. I'm trying to do better.
Let's move on.
Let's move forward. But no, when a girl gets upset, it might go both ways.
Yeah, they hold on to it.
They hold on to it because I understand it hurts them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You hurt a girl, she's gonna remember that shit. Mm-hmm. And you're supposed to take responsibility as a man and be like, all right, I'm not gonna try and hurt this girl no more.
Right.
You're gonna try and do better. But at the same time, if I'm trying to do better, let me do better, bruh. Let me mess up in the future. Don't bring up my old mess ups and bring up old arguments to me.
We can't learn from it if you keep bringing it up.
Exactly. How am I supposed to learn from it and do better if you're reprimanding me for the same mistake I made like months ago? I haven't done anything since. But you're like, no, you did this once. Why did you do this? I explained to you why I did this. I apologize to you
for it. Yeah.
Why do we have to argue and then it leads to something else? You feel me?
Half the time it don't even lead to nothing else.
It don't lead to nothing else.
It's just you going around in circles and circles
and
circles. And when you like we were talking about that boiling point, when you reach that certain point, it's only a certain amount of times you can go around before you blow.
Exactly. And then it's different. It's different dudes. They blow up in different ways.
Exactly.
Like I just wanna get out of there, so I don't do nothing stupid. You know, because I gotta protect myself. I gotta protect the people I love. So I gotta just get out of there. Let me calm down. Let me come back. Some dudes they can't get to that point, bro, because they will retaliate.
Yes.
They will do something that they will regret, or they won't regret it because they feel like they've been pushed to that point where they're just like, "Alright, bro, I'm sick of this shit." And I'm not saying niggas who out there beating on women have a right to do the shit.
Exactly.
But not every situation dude's
was
evil.
Because he did it on purpose.
Yeah. Not every situation is because the dude just evil.
Well,
and
half the
like
time, females are pushing mugs to that point.
Exactly. And I know this might not be something everybody wants to hear, but like, as a man, like I'm a man now. You know, I'm not a little boy no more. I'm growing up. I'm seeing this stuff, and I'm seeing how society deals with men on a day-to-day basis, especially as a black man, where everybody just assumes that because you're a black man, especially us, we like over 6 feet, we're big dudes. Everybody just sees us and they just assume that we're gonna be violent.
Right.
They just assume that we're up to no good. So we going around our entire lives just be like people assuming those stuff about us, and then after all of that, we gotta come home and be reprimanded for stuff we already apologized for.
Exactly.
And all of that. But so like get back to the first point where it's like why men is it okay for a man to fight back on a woman? I believe if I'm being pushed to the point and I'm trying, I'm like, okay? But if you're assaulting me, at some point I have to defend myself.
You have to. You can't let too much shit slide. You know what I'm saying? You can go and talk to somebody, but there's only so much talking you can do.
Yeah, bro. I agree, bro. It's like, come on, man.
Let's talk about that Will and Jada situation.
I get you.
Do you think he should have stayed with her, or if you were in that position, would you have stayed because you love her, you got kids with her, you know what I'm saying, or would you leave because you feel like it's not you can't forgive that, you can't forgive what she did?
Well, I believe we needed more context in the situation for real. So like, there's two ways I believe it could have played out for me personally.
Okay.
And if we agree that we're splitting up, but we're not gonna do anything with anybody else, then I'm leaving. There's no,
because she didn't broke that.
Yeah, she broke the promise.
Okay.
But if we broke up and we both agree that we can see other people, I don't really see a reason for him to be upset with her. You know?
Okay.
Because they both agreed to the shit. If you agreed to something,
you can't get upset.
Yeah, you can't get upset about it. Mm-hmm. So, but when I saw like the clips, because I didn't watch the entire interview or whatever, the sit down that they did. When I saw the clips, the look on his face, he was hurting. It really hurt him
and she sat there and laughed in his face.
And she was making light of it, like, oh, it's an entanglement. Like, what? Now this nigga deals with that shit every day,
getting made fun of.
I follow him on Instagram, and everything this man posts. The man posts a video of him doing jump rope, and they were like, don't get entangled in it.
Right.
And he was like, that's funny, but I'm gonna have to block you. Like, even if it might be funny, at the same time, like, when it's happening to you, you feel very hurt about it. You feel me? So it's like, she was just sitting there, and as a man, if my girl did that to me,
laughing in your face,
laughing in my face, especially when we didn't agree to her, like, to either of us going out there and being with other people,
right?
Like, that could really fuck with a dude,
and that can force a man to jump across that table, and you know what I'm saying, do some unspeakable things on that TV.
A lot of comedians say, bruh, like Kevin Hart said this, like, you can be in a room full of different females.
Okay.
None of them can get you upset as the one who you love.
Exactly.
Like, she knows how to get under your skin.
Push your buttons, make you as mad as a mug.
Exactly, bro. So, any girl that can push you to that point is because you truly love them and you don't want to lose them. But they just do stuff to get you to that point. Mm. And I'm not saying that he should have jumped across the table and hit her or nothing like that. But at the same time, if it's truly that they didn't agree to, like, seeing other people when they were split up, he should make, like, it's his decision. But I'm just saying, personally, I wouldn't have gotten back together with her because I felt like she disrespected me.
Disrespected.
Not just not just
globally, man.
Yeah, she disrespected me globally.
We didn't
it wasn't in private.
I don't know why they brought it up on the, you know what I'm saying, on TV. Why they put their business out there? I wouldn't have put my business.
It's because August went out there and put his the entire thing there. But at the same time,
I would have denied all that shit. I'd have been like, no, that he did it because August did it because he was hurting. She felt like she did him dirty.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, even if he really loved her, August really loved her. Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing for him. He feeling like she really hurt him.
Just used him.
Yeah, she basically just used the man, and he's like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna get away with this. Mm-hmm. So I don't really blame August for feeling the way he does, but at the same time,
the kid shouldn't have put their business out there. He should have just handled it between them.
But that was his way of, like, getting back at her. I don't really think
that was his way of hitting her where it hurts. He didn't have to hit her. But that's a lot of things too. Men don't have to hit a woman. Like, we know how to push y'all buttons too.
Yeah, but they know how to push our buttons way more, bro. Like, girls know how to push a man's button without even doing nothing, bro. God, they just know how to, bro. I don't know why. It's just a manipulative gene that they have inside of them.
They're always 10 steps ahead, man.
It's crazy.
We will never get to that level.
We can't. We're too simple.
We'll never get to that level.
Like, girl I've given advice or relationship I've been in or girl I've been with. You know, like when a girl ranting to you, to like, this is my day.
Yes.
Let me just ask you this: if a girl telling you about a problem, do you give them a solution or do you just listen and like be like, damn, that's crazy?
She already came up with the solution.
Yeah, she came up with a solution.
I can try I'm gonna give my best advice. I'm gonna listen to everything she's saying first. It depends on if she asks me, hey, can you give me some advice on this, and this? I'm gonna give it to her. But she's already came up with whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, but the way how I was talking about it, like, if a girl comes to me talking like that, and I give them a solution, they don't want to hear the solution.
What they want, they just want you.
They just want to talk. They just want you to listen while they talk.
Yes.
Men ain't built like that. We're just like, yo, this is a problem. Here's a solution. You don't got to feel like this no more.
We're not wired like them.
Yeah, we're not wired like them. So it's like, it's so crazy to me because that's where the manipulative part comes from. Like, we're simple. We're just like, that's a problem. Here's a solution.
Because we're so simple.
Yeah, because we're simple. A woman's like, nah, this is the problem. I want to talk about it to the fullest, know every single detail about it, and then have an elaborate plan or scheme to get back at everybody who hurt me in this situation, and then come out on top. And I'm like, why does it have to?
And still feel hurt.
Exactly.
And still feel hurt. So they never truly moved on from the thing.
Yeah. Which is like crazy to me. It's like, come on, man.
Does a man have the right to retaliate like a woman does in most situations?
How does a woman retaliate? Like a woman would retaliate by
let's
emotionally hurting you.
Let's say, you know, some dude cheat, right?
Yeah.
On a girl. No, my fault. Let's say a girl cheats on her man or something like that. Does he have the right to go out and cheat? Does he have the right to mess with her best friend or stuff like that?
The way how I see it, if you believe your spouse is or cheated on you, just leave. It's either you're gonna forgive them or you're just gonna leave, bro. It doesn't make sense to stay and put yourself through all that shit, unless you truly love the person. You're like, all right, we can work through this. So then you stay and y'all work through it. But then that goes back to what we was talking about. Even if you stay, the girl's gonna keep bringing it up.
Yes.
She's gonna keep bringing it up until the nigga like,
or try to make like little sly remarks.
Yeah, sly remarks like,
oh, stuff like that. He's big. Like what? Don't no man want to hear none of that.
Exactly. So a girl's gonna do all that, and then the guy's gonna be thinking to himself, all right, he's trying to tell the truth, but everything this nigga says as the truth sounds like a lie. And every time he lies to make her hear what she wants, it sounds like the truth. So then he gonna just fall back into a emotion of lying to the girl.
Right.
You know, he's gonna be like, all right, to keep the peace, I'm gonna just tell her this, even though that's not what I'm truly feeling. And then you just building back your relationship on false pretenses.
Yeah, that's how stuff crumbles.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, I've messed up. We've all messed up. I'm not gonna say exactly how I messed up in my relationships or whatever, but if I mess up and I truly love the person, I tell them how I feel about it. I tell them the truth, even though it might hurt them. And then I'm like, all right, cool. That's the truth. Are you going to keep fucking with me or not?
Right.
It's your choice.
But that's the same thing for women, too. They might say, oh, yeah. Maybe that's why they bring it up.
But why do you keep bringing it up if we're like, all right, we put everything on the table at this one point? Why do we need to revisit it like every few weeks?
Scars still hurt, man.
I know scars still hurt, but the dude is trying his best to like make up for it. Like for me, if I hurt a girl and she wants to bring it up like every few weeks, I'm willing to talk to you about it. But where it gets annoying
is when it keeps getting brought up.
It keeps getting brought up. Even if she could bring it up once a month or once a week. I don't care. Where it gets annoying is like, okay, you're like, why did you hurt me? I'm sorry I hurt you. This is the reason why I did it. You know the reason, right? Yes, I know the reason.
They just can't wrap it around their heads.
They can't understand it, but then they're like, they have tunnel vision. They're like, okay, he says he loved me, but he hurt me. why did he hurt me if he said he loved me?
What did I not provide for him?
Yeah. And now you're trying to do better, and you're like, I love you. Yeah, you love me, but you loved me before, and you messed up. So it's like, you say you love me now, but what is there for me to believe that shit?
What's stopping you from messing up?
What's stopping you from messing up again?
We can't say we love you anymore because we said, like they said, we said it before.
We said it before. So now they don't have something that they can hold on to.
Nothing solid.
Yeah. And that's why they keep bringing it up, because they're like, I need to find something new other than just your love for me. And that's why men be trying, we try to give them that comfort. Like, bro, I'm not gonna mess up again. I'm trying my best. Even if I do slip up and do something, but like not on the same scale, but it does hurt you. It's not like I'm out there trying
purposely doing it
to do the shit. I'm just trying to talk to you and like get my point across and be there for you and shit like that. But sometimes it's like, it's not enough. And at the same time, if a woman just keeps doing that, not every man is gonna stay there and have the patience to have her healed.
Exactly. Nobody's gonna hold your hand every step of the way that you're hurting. Males will leave.
Yeah.
We don't want to deal with that.
And we've
already apologized.
Exactly.
We've already listened to every explanation that you have thrown at us.
And we give you the answers that you want. But not every man has the willpower to stay there and help you heal. So when you find a man that is willing to stay there and help you heal, he's been there for months,
you throw all your problems from the last person onto the new dude.
Now I'm saying it's the same dude.
Same dude?
It's the same dude.
Oh,
if the dude stayed there and he's trying to fix himself, he's trying to fix the situation, he's trying to rebuild your relationship,
poured everything he has into you.
Cut the nigga some slack if you're gonna give him a second chance. Like, don't waste his time. It's like, either you're gonna give the nigga a second chance or not.
Because what are we there for at that point?
Exactly. Like, are we just wasting our time? Like, we're trying to be cool with each other.
Because don't waste our time with that. Let us move on too.
Exactly. Like, you want to move on, we want to move on. And the dude might want to move on with you. You might be like, nah, I'm still too hurt about what you did last time. Let's take a break from each other. Okay, cool.
Don't do nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing.
That's even if y'all agree to that. She can be like, all right, let's just be friends for now. You can see who you want to see. I'm gonna see who I want to see. Don't go back on your word for shit like that either.
No, I'm not coming back. That's me personally.
Yeah, but even if a girl does that, okay, the dude still has a choice if he wants to stay with her. If they're just gonna be friends, like say later on in life they want to get back together.
Oh, then that's
the dude's choice if he wants to get back with her. But if y'all want to keep a friendship from it, why can't y'all keep a friendship? Because of old hurt. But
just don't let that eat y'all relationship up. If you feel like I can have a life with him or have a life with her, don't let any of that stop you from being great.
Exactly. But hey, man, like, my biggest thing is, women, don't push a nigga to the point
where he wants to hit
you. Okay?
If a dude wants to leave,
let him
out
leave.
The room for like 10 seconds to 5 minutes.
Let him leave, bro.
Because just like y'all don't, when we ask y'all, hey, what's going on? What's wrong? And you don't want to say nothing right then. That's just how we feel when we want to leave for 5 minutes so we can calm ourselves down. Just like y'all need just 5 minutes so you can gather your thoughts.
Or if he's like, all right, I'm leaving right now. And then he goes and he plays games with his friends and shit like that. The nigga just doing that to distract himself, to calm down, bro.
That way he can come back with the right mindset without being angry, so he can be calm enough to talk to you about what happened.
Exactly. And also, if you're just a woman and you think you can just beat on a man and he's not supposed to hit you back,
don't ever think
stop that, bro.
Because remember, some dudes either he gonna hit you. Trust and believe he got sisters, cousins, aunties, a mother.
It's 2020, bro. Niggas believe in equality, but even if you look back in history, niggas been beating on women for a long time, bro. It's not a good thing, but at the same time, don't push a man
to where he wants to do.
To where he's like, alright, bro.
If you have a good man and you're just constantly doing it, don't push him to the edge. Even if you don't have a man,
bro, don't push niggas you don't know.
Oh yeah, true.
Especially a nigga you don't know. He not gonna care. Okay.
All right, y'all. We're gonna end it on that note, man. See y'all in the next video.
Subscribe.